Hello everybody, this is HD Shaves here. I'm back with the video. Hope this finds you well and in good spirits. So as this is being recorded, it's Sunday morning and strangely about 55 degrees and raining outside, which is to say yesterday it was 85, 90, sunny, not really that comfortable, and now it's like spring again, so you just never know what you're going to get here. This is just over a week after the Maggard Razors 2023 meetup, and I look forward to talking more about my experiences at that meetup, as well as shaving with this new, to me, Wolfman WR2 bronze razor, which is just absolutely stunning. There aren't that many gold colored razors in shaving, and this just really stands out to me as being, different than things that I've tried in the past. So I guess we should tie this in a little bit here, which was I was wearing my blue Wolfman Razors polo at the Maggard Meetup, and I was amazed at how many people thought that I was the owner of Wolfman Razors. I must have had half a dozen people come up to me and ask if I was the person, and it was great to hear how many people, said, "Oh, WR1 is my favorite razor that I have," or "I really like this other kind." But it was funny with a couple people who, even after I told them that I wasn't the owner, I was just a, supporter of the brand. Some people continued talking to me as if I were the owner, and that was sort of funny. I have been using this Wolfman WRB2 brush pretty much nonstop for quite some time now. 28 millimeter Maggard synthetic. I've decided I'm going to use this Speick shave stick until I get sick of it, and I'm still working on finishing this Chatillon Lux Unscented toner, but as you can see, we're getting closer. So let's get the shave stick process going, and I'll talk more about the Maggard Meetup. So if you all haven't seen the interview video I did with half a dozen of the artisans that were in attendance, please go look at my video before this. It was really fun to talk with some of those people, and I don't know if I had met any of those artisans in person before. So I appreciate their courage and coming and talking to this guy who was set up in the overstock blade room at Maggard. I always thought that look was really cool of Mantic 59, because he used to do the artisan videos. I really liked the look of everybody up against those thousands and thousands of blades that are on the wall there, and I thought, I'm not going to change that now. So yeah, that was very fun for me to learn more about those artisans and be the guy set up in the room, like I said. However, because I was preoccupied asking people to come downstairs and talk with me, I didn't actually go by as like just a normal attendee to all of the booths or where all of the artisans had their things set up. And of course I only have myself to blame for that, but because they were passing out samples and freebies and things like that. But I somehow forgot to pick up any of that stuff. So I have nothing new to show you from the meetup in terms of gear. However, I'm sure that there are other people that will be posting content with that. For example, Sterling released a new scent at the meetup, and I imagine it's going to be on sale on their website soon. Katie's Bebbles brought a new scent to the meetup, so yeah, that's always really nice of those artisans if they take the time to do that. Okay, I'm going to keep face lathering and I'll bring you back in, and I'm going to start the first pass with the Wolfman WR2, which I realized I didn't quite talk about, so we'll do that in the first pass. So this is a Wolfman WR2 head style. It is a scalloped top cap, which from what I understand is an option, but it's not advertised as an option when you fill out your order, so it might have to be kind of a custom request kind of thing. This is the Darwin handle, and it is a dual comb razor. We got open comb on this side, solid bar on the other, and it's a 1.25 gap on both sides, which is on the aggressive side. However, it is one of the kind of sweet spots for the aggressive Wolfman razors in my experience. So we're going to start with the open comb side, and this razor has a nice weight in that I can keep a light touch while using this razor because it's pretty easy to get razor burn with something this kind of efficient. And so I've really been focusing on maintaining a light touch. And it's funny because one of my most popular videos is sort of a dedicated review I did about the WR2 1.25. I owned a stainless steel head, and at that time it was too aggressive for me for, daily shaving, because I really wanted to shave every day back then. That was definitely the year 2020. And now I really just shave every other day. And so this razor is not too much. It's very efficient, and I don't even really need to do 3 passes. And so that leads me to what I think is maybe the best part about these Wolfman razors, besides the fit and finish, which is phenomenal, but the actual shaving aspect of it. I do think they excel at being smooth, aggressive razors. There are more mild razors that compete, like other brands of mild razors that compete with the Wolfman mild gaps. But if you're looking for something on the aggressive side, I think this is a great place to start. And the efficiency aspect is something I didn't think about too much before, because I was shaving every day. But now I do think about it more, because with a razor like this, I don't notice quite as much stubble 24 hours later, which is to say I look slightly better on the days where I skip shaving. Okay, first pass down, I'm going to rinse, and then we'll come back and do one more final pass. Second pass with Speick and the Wolfman brush. And my last point about the technical aspects of these razors is that there's not really that much of a difference between the solid bar and open comb if you have the same gap on both sides. I choose to do open comb and for the first pass and safety bar for the second, but you don't have to do that. So if you're going to get a dual comb razor, I recommend that you get significantly different gaps so that there's a noticeable difference. Right. So back to the Maggard meat. Of course, it was no surprise to me or to the artisans when I asked them, you know, what's your favorite part about the shaving community? They all said it was the people. And so, even though I didn't get to check out as much stuff at the artisan tables as I would have hoped, seeing everyone was the most important thing. And I think it gave me some hope for the future, in that even if I continue to not really buy shaving things like I used to, there were still plenty of examples of people that were at the meetup that are not really that involved in the hobby, but they just know how fun and important it is to see people in person, get to talk with them, things like that. So I made it a point to talk with those people and ask how they keep coming back year after year, as I worry about my own sort of future with this. And what was I going to say? Yes, if I remember, I'll include some photos at the end of the video from people that I met. And yeah, that was also something I tried to make sure. I think especially men when we're all together, we don't care or don't think to take pictures. And so I actively try to go against that and say, well, if I act like a typical man, then I'm not going to take a picture. And additionally, this year, you know, I didn't know for sure if I was going to be back the following year. And so if I don't take a picture now, then maybe I'll never get to take a picture with some of these people. So I'm glad I did that. Okay, let's call that good. And I'll do my final rinse and talk to you over post-shave in just a moment. Okay, for post-shave, we're going to use the Chatillon Unscented toner. I will reuse an old quote by somebody else, which is, I think when I'm not looking, somebody comes in and adds more product to this bottle because it just will not go away. It helps that You don't need to use very much of this. It's a very concentrated kind of toner, but it doesn't make for quick killing, as we say. So I'm convinced that one day I'll just be surprised when this is all gone, but that it's never going to happen when I assume it will happen. Right. Let's do a final recap, and I'll be through. The Speick shave stick, not the greatest product in the world by any means, but I saw it sitting there in the cabinet, and I said, let's give it the old college try, see if we can get this thing finished off before I get sick of it. The Wolfman WR2 beehive kind of handle with Maggard 28mm synthetic. And finally, the Wolfman WR2 1.25 dual comb copper razor. There's a lot to remember there. This is C954 bronze. Wait, did I say copper? It's C954 bronze. That's what it is. But bronze is made up of this version it's mostly copper and aluminum. There might be some other things mixed in there. So feel free to Google that C954 if you're interested. All right. Well, thank you all so much if you made it this far. It was great to meet everybody at Maggard last weekend. And if I didn't get to say hello to you, I'm sorry. That's also something that I want to try to do better next year, is there were certain people that I only realized after I had left or after they had left that they were someone that was in my sort of circles. And so I'm going to try to do a better job of that next time. Okay, this has been HD Shaves. Take care. We'll see you again next time. Goodbye.